Hi, all you wonderful people. Welcome back to my channel. I can already see the comments from people saying they can't wait. And I'm so happy that you people are here right now. Today, with me, I have Sira M. She is a multiple times top writer on Medium. And currently, I have asked her on this interview, I've requested this chat with her because she recently did this amazing task. She achieved this amazing feat of making $20,000 off Medium in just 3 months. And this chat is going to be about her story, about what she did, and how she managed this amazing feat. So let's just welcome Sira to the stream. Hi, Sira. Thank you so much for being here today with us.
Thank you for having me.
I have read a lot of your work on Medium and I absolutely love your stories, the way you add a personal touch to your story and the way you weave a whole story into the article. It's so amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm really, really happy to have you here. So I just wanted to ask you a little bit about your Medium journey. Like, how did you discover the platform and when did you start writing on Medium?
Okay, so I started to write on Medium in January, February 2020. And if I want to be honest, I don't remember how I discovered Medium. Sometimes my memory, plays tricks. so I started on in February, and I remember I published two stories together, and one of them got curated in relationships and mental health, and it was like the beginner's luck, something like that. So I felt, wow, I got created, and so it was like a push for me because I felt motivated, and so I kept writing a little bit more. And I wasn't very lucky after that first article, so I wasn't getting curated so often after that first article, but that gave me like the opportunity to look at where I could improve a little bit more, and that actually gave me the chance to improve a lot. Not getting curated so much, and yeah.
Right. Like it's only been a few months, right? You only started writing in January, February. So that's like really short time and you have done a lot of amazing stuff on Medium. So like, I wanted to ask you this question that have you always been a writer or did you specifically start writing after you tasted your first success on Medium?
I started a few years ago, but I was not very consistent. I mean, I started like a blog in 2015, and it was like, a hobby, and it was just for fun. And so I added a few entries once in a while, and it was not, I mean, my goal was not to be a writer. It was just, something that you do in your free time. And I started to think about becoming a writer when I started writing on Medium. So that was, what gave me the push to starting to considering the possibility to become a writer.
Right. So, have you noticed any changes in your writing from the time you started on Medium to now? Like I'm sure Medium must have helped you evolve, right, as a writer. So, any significant changes that you noticed?
Well, I've changed a lot thanks to my journey on Medium. Really, I've more than changed. I've improved a lot as a writer. Because, as you know, I put a lot of personal storytelling in my articles. That's something I really like to do. And so that's something that was missing from my writing before. So if I have a look at my old articles, I go like, oh my God, I don't want to read this, not just because it was not a personal touch, but also because it was very, maybe too simple, maybe too naive. I don't know how to describe it, but you could see that I was really a beginner before, and now it's like I still consider myself obviously a beginner because I started in January, February, but I can see that thanks to Medium, I've improved a lot because now my articles have personal storytelling, as I was telling you before, but also, more research in many articles. So, for example, for publications like Mind Cafe, you have to back up everything you say, So, and that's good. I mean, that's when they give you feedback and tell you, you have to back up what you say with more research and with trustworthy links. That that teaches you something. That teaches you that whatever you say, you have to add the reason why you're saying that, So that's how I think I've changed. More storytelling, more research, more, backup.
I can totally relate to that because even when I look at my previous stories, I feel that they are like so bad. It just feels like a diary entry. And right now, mostly because of Medium, and I have learned to add backup. And Mind Cafe is obviously a great place because you need to have a lot of research. You just can't claim anything, right? So, okay, so
Yeah.
we have a question from Sai. He's asking, what is your opinion on listicles? A lot of your articles are those.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's an interesting question because many people like listicles, but some
I'm
people
one of
and
them.
yeah, me too. Hi. But many other people don't apparently because I saw some discussions also in our Facebook groups, and so there is this division between people who love listicles and people who don't. It's like you either love them or not. I think that listicles. I like listicles personally because I like to structure. They help me structure my writing. And I think that um, it depends a lot how you write a listicle. So if you put a lot of quality in your writing, a listicle can be really good. So what happens with listicle? I think that many people hate listicles just because many writers use listicles in a lazy way. I don't know if you know what I mean. So they just
I
put,
know,
these
yeah.
are, yeah, so they put, okay, 5 habits to improve your day or to have more energy throughout your day. And they just put, 10 points and, they don't add some personal experience or research, and so that's like a low quality listicle. But if you add quality to whatever you're writing to your article, the listicle can be high quality. So if an article is a listicle, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a low quality article. So that's my opinion about listicles.
That's a great way to answer it. I mean, I also have the same opinion about listicles that if you just randomly copy paste stuff from the internet, it doesn't make a good listicle. But if you add your opinion on it and your personal touch on it, then that makes for a great read. It doesn't even matter if it's a listicle or not, if uh, if you add your own personal touch to it.
Yes, absolutely.
So we have another question from Sai. This is a very interesting question again. So he's asking, how is your Medium homepage like? What articles are you recommended?
My
Maybe
medium.
he means what topics of articles.
Yes, okay. So my favorite topics are definitely self-improvement and relationships because I write about those topics. And for being a writer in those topics, I am an avid reader. I love those topics. those topics. Then some other topics that I really like are mindfulness, leadership, and money as well, and psychology, definitely.
So do you get topics, do you get articles about these topics recommended to you on your homepage?
Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely. Mhm.
Okay. Okay. So like you already shared about your favorite topics to write about. So I just have this question that before starting on Medium, did you write about these similar topics like mindfulness or self-improvement, or did you started consciously writing about them after joining Medium?
That's a good question. I started writing about relationships and mental health. Um, and then I also added books about self-improvement, and then I focus more on relationships and social skills. So the topics I'm writing about now, mainly writing about, are relationships and social skills. So maybe there has been a slight change, but mostly is relationship self improvement and sometimes business, but most of the time.
Right. Okay. So another question from Sai is asking, what was the last article on Medium that you read that totally blew your mind?
Wow. Um, let me think about it, because there are many articles. There are, really high quality articles that can open your mind. But the last article that blew my mind, I have to think about it, because let me think. Um, it has to be something about relationship, because usually, I read mostly about relationships. I think it was an article I read on PS I Love You. I don't remember exactly the author, but it was about when you move in with your partner, and it was saying something interesting about things you should consider before moving in with your partner. And it was interesting because when you read things that no one wrote about, when you read something completely new, you never thought of before. So it blew my mind, because it was like, wow, I never thought about that. I will keep that in mind for sure, and it was like, this article is in the relationship topics. In the relationships topic, it's like new, because I never read something like that before on PS I Love You and on me in general. So it was like, wow, this author was like very good at that, because had a very original idea.
Okay, wow, that sounds very interesting. So, another question from the audience, and this question is also very interesting. How is the audience on Medium like, and how is the audience different from other blogging platforms?
Um, it's an interesting question. Um, I think that the good thing about Medium is that the audience is very diverse, so you can reach a really large audience, and it's not all the same type of audience. It's like very broad. And that's what I like about Medium, because you can write about anything and reach people, uh, because anyone reads on Medium. I mean, I don't remember who was saying that. I really don't remember. It's a top writer, and he had a podcast. I don't remember his name, but he was saying that Medium is like Spotify. I mean, Medium is to readers, to writing and to reading, what Spotify is to music, and it's so true. Because as you can find any music genre in on Spotify, you can find any topic on Medium.
Wow, that's a very apt description, I suppose, because
Yeah.
it's very true that you can write about just any topic you wish on Medium, and there is equal chance of it being viral. I think many people, like I have also seen many people who ask me this question that is it true that you only need to write about self-improvement on Medium? But I don't think that's true because I feel that you can write about any topic, and as long as your article is good, you stand the chance of the article going viral,
Absolutely.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So since we are on the topic of what topic to write about, so since we are having, you have already made like $20,000 on Medium. So like, what were the topics of those articles that went really viral? Like, or let me rephrase it. What topics that you write have really performed well?
Okay. So definitely relationships and self-improvement. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, to earn that amount of money, more. I mean, I had like two articles going really viral, and those two articles were curated in relationships and self-improvement. Then I had other articles performing very well as well, and they went viral as well, but they were not as viral as the other two, and they were curated as well in relationships, one in relationships and one in self-improvement. So those two topics are definitely definitely have a very high potential. You know what I mean?
Definitely, yeah. So, how did the distribution of your money look like? Like, did you have almost every article, make an equal amount of money, or was it like a few articles earned the maximum amount of money, and the rest were just average income articles?
Let me think. So yeah, the first, I mean, not the first article that went viral was the most viral one. So it was like I couldn't believe it, and so that's the one that earned me the highest amount so far. And then I had other two articles that went viral as well, but they didn't reach that amount. One reached almost that amount. The other one reached like 3,000. And then I had other articles going semi-viral. So uh, they earned between 300 and 1,000. And then I had another article, the second that went like crazy viral, that earned around 6,000, if I'm not wrong. So yeah.
That's really amazing. Because
Yes.
I have never had what you call a viral article, because the maximum I made from an article that was not commission was like $280 or something like that. Most of my earnings are like they are just equally distributed among all articles. So I think that just goes on to show that how it's different for every writer, right? Like what is true for you might not be true for me, and it might not be true for other people.
Mhm, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah,
But
definitely.
I'm sure. I mean, I know your writing, and I really love your writing. And although you haven't gone viral yet, I know that you will surely go viral. I mean, I'm sure about that. So it's just you just have to wait. Don't worry.
Thank you so much. Because, yeah, I have learned that medium is very unpredictable, and you just have to keep writing, and you never know which of your next story might become just the next viral article.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So we have another question from the audience, and this is also a very good question. So it says, do you have the pressure of making every article you write viral? How do you deal with that pressure?
No, I mean, for me, the important thing, I mean, of course, I would love every article to go viral. I mean, who doesn't, you know? So I'm not going to lie to you, but I don't feel it is a pressure. I mean, my only pressure is to publish quality content, and mm, I want to, I just want to keep the good job. So since I've now almost 7,000 followers, they followed me because of those articles that went viral. Okay, so I don't want to disappoint them. So I want just to. That's my only pressure. I just want to keep writing good stuff. That's it. And I feel it's not a pressure of going viral and making money.
That's so wonderful. I mean, you should all like every writer should always, aim to deliver quality, right? And not care about making it viral because anyway, virality is not in your hands. I don't think anyone can determine that which article is going to go viral when.
Yes, of course. You never know. Never know.
Right. So we have another question that says, did you face any issue like not getting views on Medium articles even when you felt that they were really good?
This happens to me with old articles. Articles that were published before my first viral article. But after the first viral article, my articles are performing. I mean, I can't complain. There are some articles that don't perform so well, but they still get views, and I'm happy about that because they reach people. Sometimes, if an article doesn't get curated, of course, it doesn't get as many views as the views that a curated article does. So that's the only thing, but it's not an issue. It's just how Medium works, I guess.
Obviously. Yeah. So another question from the audience, and this says, do your fans ever directly suggest or request article topics?
That's a good question. I think I once received a comment asking me to write more about leadership because I once wrote an article about leadership. It's one of those articles that I told you before that went semi-viral, and so I received a comment like you should write more. I mean, more frequently about leadership. But that was the only time I think that happened to me. Otherwise, no. Usually, people don't suggest me. I mean, don't ask me for specific topics.
Right. So this is again a very like this is my question. So what does the anatomy of a viral article look like according to you?
Oh, next question. Okay. So, the anatomy of a viral article. I think that it has for sure it has a very eye-catching headline, not clickbaity, but eye-catching. Okay, a good picture. So I know it may sound like smart, but I mean I think from what I saw, many viral articles have a very good picture, like an eye-catching picture. And then obviously the content delivers the promise made in the headline. That's really important. Otherwise, the article wouldn't go viral. I mean, if the content is not good and it doesn't deliver the promise made in the headline, I don't think it has chances to go viral at all.
Obviously. So since you said like a good headline is a must, so do you have any tips for writing a good headline or a good title?
I have one, but honestly, it's not my idea. It's your idea because it's something I read in one of your articles. So it's the idea of writing down many headlines, like 10 per day, and then choosing like one or two. And I think that's the best thing you can do because when you write many headlines, you also get used to write good headlines, and that's the only thing I can say regarding this, because I think it's the only thing that really works. If you have one idea, like trying with more headlines, like writing down more headlines, and then
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I think this was like the one article that you are talking about. I meant that you need to write like 10 ideas for different articles. But recently, I submitted one article to Mind Cafe, and Jordan, the editor, he gave me a message that, yeah, the headline is not very good, so please think of something else. And I didn't know what I would write, so I asked him, please give me some tips. So he told me that whatever you think of the core idea of the article, and then write 5 headlines that deliver that, like that tell the reader exactly what they can expect from the article. And I actually did that. I went and wrote like 5 variations of the headlines, and then finally we settled on one that actually worked. So I think, yeah, that helps a lot. I mean, you shouldn't just go with the first idea that comes to your head. Maybe you can work on it a little more, brainstorm a little more, polish the idea, whatever you got, and then you can think of something, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so let's talk about publications. So, what is your opinion on like sticking to a few publications or writing for as many publications as possible? What is your take on it?
I think it really depends, because the two things can work very well. I mean, you can either write for many publications or write for just 2 or 3. You know, personally, right now. I'm sticking to a few publications, but I see that many top writers who write for many publications are doing really well on Medium. So I think that the two things work. I think it depends really on how many topics you write about. So, for example, if you write mainly about relationships and self-improvement, maybe your home is like P.S. I Love You and Mind Cafe and The Accent, So, but if you write about coding, programming, and marketing as well, you might choose, better programming, better marketing, and others as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the most sensible answer. I think that's possible. So, another question for you, like what do you think a person like who has a day job, like you also have a day job, right? So how do you manage your time while writing? And like any tips for someone who's struggling to manage both a day job and their time on Medium? So any tips you would have for them?
Yes. If you don't want to burn out, don't be too hard on yourself, and just prioritize your well-being first of all, because I know it's not easy at all. And prioritize your well-being. And for example, I am consistent. I try to be consistent, but I'm not very, very, very productive on Medium, because I really can't, because writing, I mean, having your daily job, like in a company like Amazon, and writing can be really hard. So since I don't want to burn out, I write like 4 to 5 articles per month right now. And so I'm not telling people to write less. Don't don't mm, don't try to put pressure on yourself. So if you want to write quality content and being consistent, it's better to write a little less, but like write and publish good content, than writing a lot, maybe low quality content, and then burning out. You know, it's. I mean, the key, in my opinion, the key is like finding that balance between your nine to five job and writing, and also find
Yeah.
the right moment in the day to write. Like, for example, for me, it works better to write early in the morning or in the weekends than after the daily job, And I think that every writer finds the perfect moment to write.
Yeah, it will be different for everyone, right? For like, I also have a day job, and mostly I work during the day and I come home and I write at night. So that really works for me because I live alone. So I don't have this commitment, family commitment. So I can just write at night. And I find that my most creative times are after midnight. And that's why my sleep cycle is all messed up. And, but yeah, it works for me. So that's good, I guess.
That is great.
So
I mean, yes.
yeah. So, okay, so many people who come to Medium with the sole idea of earning money, and then they don't make money in the first 1 month or 2 months, and then they get discouraged and they just leave the platform. So, like, as someone who has made it big on Medium, what would your advice be to a beginner on Medium? Like, how should they keep writing even if they don't have any immediate success?
Mm-hmm. That's a very important question. So I think that uh, I think my main advice is prioritize learning and improving as a writer over making money on Medium. You know, that's the key, because if you focus on the stats, on making money, and that's it, uh, you probably aren't going to grow as a writer. So if you want to make it on Medium, you have to always focus on what you can improve. When you do that, you automatically learn, improve, and grow. So that's where you should put the focus. I think that.
Absolutely, yeah. I totally agree with that. Because most of the people who give up only do that because they didn't make money. But if your aim is to improve yourself, then even if it's not on Medium, then maybe on another platform you might be able to make money, right? You're just developing
Mhm.
your skills, and that's something that never goes to waste,
Yes,
right?
exactly. Exactly.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, these are all the questions that I had, and the audience has been amazing. So thank you, people, for asking such great questions, and thank you, Sarah, for doing this. I had a lot of fun, and I learned a lot of new things. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you so much. I had a lot of fun too. It has been really nice to be here with you.
Okay, see you then. Bye.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye. So, thank you so much, people, for joining Sira and me live. I hope you found this video useful. If you have any further questions, you can always leave them in the comments, and I'll make sure I'll address them in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.